All right, we're live for Game 3 of the weekend at MLK Music City Showdown. The Fort Wayne Forest are going to be faced off against the Palm Beach Hawks, team out of Florida. Game time was set to start at 7 a.m. Central, and we don't have nets, refs, or Zamboni. I guess we're the first game of the day, so we wouldn't have that, but no nets even yet. Not 100% sure when we're going to start, but just stay tuned. We got Warner and Hagen. In net, Talon Hosier. Force entered this morning 2-0 from yesterday. This rink is loud. Face-off won by the Hawks. Left out in the middle, picked up by Legault. Legault feeds it over to McDonald. McDonald with the shot blocked in front by the Hawks. Zaremba takes a shot, blocked. Back on the stick, McDonald. Doesn't quite make it to the net. Round behind their own net is the Hawks. Out to Warner. Warner slaps at it. Doesn't get much on it. Fed up to McDonald. Shot goes wide left of the net. Hawks feed it up the boards. Comes out to Hagen, center ice. Over to Warner. Warner sends it in deep. Onto the stick of McDonald. He's tied up by a Hawks player. Here come the Hawks the other way. Send it in. Back to pick it up is going to be Hagen. Hagen has it taken away. Defended there by Zaremba. Now onto the stick of Bodorf. Hawks steal. Hagen Warner on defense. Bodorf up the boards. Potts there. Now the Hawks come away with it. Centering feed, squirts through the crease. Rink wide, picked up by Hagen. Hawks steal that pass attempt. Make a move. Backhand shot, kick to the side by Hosier. Hagen feeds it up to Westhoff. Westhoff, 2-on-1 for the Force. He's got Potts to his right. Westhoff feeds it over, blocked by a Hawks defender there. Hawks back the other way. Feed it ahead through center ice. 2-on-1 with Blackburn back on defense. Shot, save, Hosier. Loose, fed out to Potts. Knocked around the skates. Hawks come away with it. Blackburn down to defend. Wraparound shot doesn't go through. Now Hawks with a shot. Save, Hosier. Great save up top. Hawks coming out hot. They fire down low. Blackburn tries to clear it out. Comes away with it. Sends it to Bodorf. Bodorf. Across the blue line. Bodorf, Potts, and Kelly. Sends it in deep. Hawks with steal on that pass. Send it in the neutral zone. Back to Blackburn. He's getting them on a change. Here comes Blackburn. Makes a move. One too many. Knocked away. Set back down low by Potts. That's going to be Westhoff with it. He has it taken away by the Hawks. Gathers it back up. Centering feed. Nobody home. Hawks through center ice. Goes back to the stick. Cumberland. He loses a pass there. Shot. Save. Hosier. Talon getting his money's worth this morning. They're knocked away by Llewellyn. And a great play. Fraze there for the Force. Now back into the defensive zone for the Force. Cumberland going to pick it up. Fed up to Kelly. Kelly to Fraze. Murphy. Across the blue line. Murphy feeds it over to Kelly. Kelly fans on a shot. Taken away by the Hawks. Hawks lose the handle on it. Now it's onto the stick of Fraze. Fraze, Llewellyn, Kelly. Defended well by the Hawks. Dumped in down low. Hawks behind their own net. Defended by Kelly. Pass couldn't connect. Picked up by the Hawks. Offsides. Get the clock right. Here we're at 9:49 into the first period. 8:49, I mean. Mine was a minute off there. faceoff for the Force was McDonald, won back by the Force, sent ahead by Warner. Hawks player loses an edge, covered up by Flanagan in net for the Hawks. McDonald take the faceoff. He's got Legault behind him and Zaremba to his left. Comes back to Warner. Warner slaps it. Wide of the net. Picked up by Zaremba. Zaremba battling for it down low. Hawks come away with it. Blackburn with a good poke check there to knock it off. Hawks stick goes the other way. Hawks shot, score! Hawks open the scoring 1-0 at 8:08 left in the first. Bodorf take the face off. Applying some pressure, there's Bodorf, kept in by Westhoff. Westhoff tries to feed it across the Potts, gets knocked away by the Hawks. Warner sends it back in deep. Round behind the net's going to be Westhoff there for the Force as he cuts off the Hawks player, sends it back down low. Behind the net, Potts is going to be the first one there after it for the Force. Kicks out to Blackburn up top. Blackburn with a slap shot towards the net. Picked up by Bodorf. He tries to feed it in, can't. To the corner. Potts sends it ahead. Kept in by Warner. Sends it back in deep for the Force. 7:25 left here in the first. Westhoff behind the net. Hawks player falls down. Westhoff with it. Tries to center it. Tipped by the Hawks. Hawks the other way. Feed it into center ice. Blackburn back to pick it up for the Force. Tries to send it ahead, defended by the Hawks. Blackburn picks it back up, sends it up the ice. Potts now onto the stick of the Hawks player, picked off by Bodorf as he sends it in deep. 6:50 left. We got a penalty here on Potts. Hawks the other way. A boarding call is going to be on Potts, defended by Hagen. Shot by the Hawks, goes just left of the net, picked up by Potts. We're at 6:29. Potts to the box, 6:29 left here in the first. Force will go on a penalty kill. Penalty killers are going to be Fraze, Llewellyn, Hagen, Warner. Shot there after the win on the faceoff by the Hawks. Doesn't make it to the net. Hagen getting room. Hagen through center ice. Harry towards the net. Shot save. Flanagan. Glove save. Fraze take the face off. Murphy wins it forward, centers it right onto the stick of Llewellyn. Can't quite get it in off the side of the net after the initial save by a Hawks goaltender. Hawks back the other way. Pass couldn't connect. It's going to come down to Warner. Warner slaps it ahead. It's going to go all the way down the ice. Not icing. Waved off after a tip in the neutral zone. Fed ahead, stolen by Fraze. Murphy has his stick lifted, still fighting for it. Around behind the net, it's going to be Llewellyn. Mason pinched off by the Hawks. Hawks Rink wide pass doesn't connect. Picked up. Centering feed taken away by Fraze. Fraze sends it ahead. Kept in by the Hawks. Now onto the stick of Hagen. Here comes Hagen. Through center ice. He's got one to beat. Knocked off his stick. Good defense there by the Hawks. Covered up by Flanagan. 5:12 left here in the first. 1-0 Hawks. McDonald into the face-off circle. Face-off one back by the Force on the stick of Legault. He's tied up for the moment. Taken away by the Hawks. Back to Warner. He feeds it over to Hagen. Hagen chips it ahead. McDonald there to pick it up. Across the blue line. Centers it over to Legault. Legault with a shot goes right to the net. Onto the stick of McDonald. Feeds it ahead to Warner. Warner kept it in. Hagen feeds it ahead. Warner back with it for a moment. Now McDonald. McDonald and Legault for the Force. McDonald with a shot from deep goes left of the net. Legault centers it into the sticks of the Hawks player. McDonald to his knees. Centers it to Zaremba. Zaremba with a shot kicked to the side by Flanagan. Hawks the other way. Send it in deep. Penalty has expired for the Force. Kept in by the Hawks. Harry back to pick it up. Reverses, and yet again, back the other way. Winds it up. Through center ice, he's got McDonald to his left, 2-on-2. Harry with a shot, save, Flanagan covers it up. 3:51 left here in the first. Hawks goaltender is big, and he is making his presence known in the net. Bodorf on the faceoff. He's got Potts and Westhoff. Potts sends a shot towards the net, blocked in front by the Hawks. Hawks the other way with Cumberland Blackburn on defense. Shot. Stick save there by Talon. Cumberland picks it up. Feeds it out to center ice. Westhoff chips it ahead. Potts can't quite get a handle on it. Hawks gather behind their own net. Feed it around the boards. Blackburn to keep it in. Fires it back down low. Comes out to Cumberland as he knocks it back in deep for Bodorf. Bodorf is centering feed there. Tried to get it to Potts. Couldn't get through. Hawks gather it up. Blackburn tries to feed it ahead. Gets stuffed. Taken away by the Hawks. Battling for it. There's Cumberland. Hawks around behind their net. Center it. Knocked away by Blackburn. Picked up by Bodorf. Bodorf has got Westhoff and Potts ahead of him. Feeds it ahead to Potts. Icing. 2:35 left in the first. Face-off won by the Hawks. Rink-wide pass doesn't connect. Bounced off the boards. There on to defend Llewellyn. Now a shot from deep by the Hawks. Goes right of the net. Fed around by the Hawks. Takes a shot. Save there by Hosier. Taken away by the Force. Here we go. We got a 3-on-2 the other way. Llewellyn to lead it off with Kelly. He's got Fraze behind him. Shot. Left and high of the net. Kelly to feed it back around. Tries to center it. Pinched off by a Hawks defender. We got 1:54 left here in the first. Hawks through center ice. stick defended there by Cumberland, taken away by Blackburn. Back to the stick of Cumberland as he feeds it ahead. Kept in by the Hawks. Blackburn to pick it up. Feeds it ahead to Fraze. Fraze tries to chip it off the board to himself, blocked by the Hawks. Hawks around behind their net. Core Kelly there for the force. Reverse. Shot off the post for the Hawks. Another shot, save Hosier. Clearing attempt there by Cumberland, makes it out. As the Force are going to go for a change of Cumberland and Hagen onto the ice. Got 40 seconds left here in the first. Hawks are looking good. Defense there's Hagen. Hagen attempts to take it away. Shot, goal by the Hawks. McDonald take the face off. One ahead by McDonald. He has a poke checked off his stick. Over to Zaremba as he feeds it in. Martin to feed it ahead. Hawks take it away through center ice. Two seconds left. Period's going to expire. Going to end the first. Down 2. Force got some work to do in 2 periods of play. Start off the second for the Force. It's going to be Badorf, Westhoff, Potts, Warner, and Hagen. Face off one back by the Hawks. Taken away there by Potts for a moment. Now back to Hawks. Come the other way. Poke check there by Hagen as a save made by Hosier. Harry to wind it up. Hagen backhands it across, tries to feed it to Potts. Now into the stick of Westhoff. He shoots, stick tied up, can't make to the net. Shot there by Westhoff. Oh, we got a good goal. We got a good goal. That's Brantley Potts with a goal for the Force. Hawks bring it back within 1 early in the second. Taking the face-off now for the Force is going to be Fraze. 1 back by the Hawks. Pass intercepted there by Fraze, kicked up to Llewellyn. Llewellyn's got Kelly to his right. Defended over to Kelly. Kelly makes a move. Kelly with an arm stick, feeds it, goes behind the net. Hagen there on defense. Fed ahead, but can't get it out. Here come the Hawks. Hagen and Warner back. Hagen feeding him to the corner, takes the puck away, sends it up to Llewellyn. Llewellyn, here we go. Llewellyn and Fraze. Shot high and right for Mason. Sent back in deep by Warner. Puck squirts out. On defense with a poke check, there's Hagen. We got 11:19 left here in the second. We're going to let the clock try to catch up as the Force try to get it tied up here. We got Zaremba, Legault, McDonald. Face off 1 back by the Force onto the stick of Warner. He feeds it over. It goes into Hawks player, picked up by Hagen behind the net. Here he's going to wind it. He's got McDonald, Zaremba. Here goes Harry. Harry, a defender falls down. Shot. Good save there by a Hawks goaltender. Defensive change here. We got Cumberland, Blackburn on the ice. Face off 1 back by McDonald, picked up by Legault. Goes to Blackburn, he keeps it in. Fed to center ice, Blackburn to dump it back in. Sent in deep, McDonald going to be the first one there for the Force. Zaremba pokes that away. Now in the stick of McDonald, he's upended. Pass attempt, doesn't get out. Legault there to defend it. Now McDonald. Keep it in is going to be Cumberland as he feeds it to Zaremba. Now onto the stick of McDonald. Battle ensues. Kept in by Cumberland. Sent back down deep. Taken away there by Zaremba. Zaremba centers it up. Doesn't quite get through. Hawks take it away. Behind their own net. Hawks breaking out with some space here through center ice. Good poke check there by Zaremba. Fed up high off the glass by the Hawks onto the stick of Cumberland as he ropes it ahead down the ice. It's going to go for icing. Face off, win there by Bodorf, but goes to the Hawks. Hawks shoot it from deep, goes wide right of the net. Around behind, Blackbird's going to be there. He has his stick lifted by a Hawks player. They wrap it up, center it up, defended away there by Bodorf. Bodorf tries to tip it ahead to himself, back on the stick of the Hawks. Blackburn there on defense, knocks away initially, saved by Hosier. Face off by Bodorf. 1 back by the Hawks. Shot from deep, blocked in front, goes, kicks right of the net. Picked up by Bodorf. He tries to send it ahead now, goes onto the stick of Potts. Potts feeds it ahead, kept in by the Hawks. Down low for Warner. Warner wraps and fires. Kept in by the Hawks. Fed back down deep. Shot. Kicked off the pad of Hosier. Centering feed taken away by Bodorf. Bodorf through center ice with Potts ahead of him. Ropes it in for Westhoff. Westhoff going to get there first for the Force. Takes it around behind the net. Backhand feed right into the pads of the goaltender. It's loose out in front. Still not covered up. Pushing and shoving ensues. The puck was never frozen. We got a call there as a puck comes out from around behind the net. Potts is the one on the ice. He's going to get up. So onto the ice for the Force is going to be Fraze, Llewellyn, Kelly, defense Martin, and Warner. Face off 1 minute by Fraze, fed back to Kelly, skips her stick, goes to Warner. Warner with the slap shot from deep, blocked in front by the Hawks. Fraze tries to get a hold of one, can't get anything on it. Kicked back out, Warner's going to be there. There's another slap shot, fired from deep, goes left of the net. That puck coming in hot. Martin dumps it back in low. Up the glass, onto the stick of Martin as he feeds it back down to Llewellyn. Mason makes a move, tries to center it up, has it taken away by the Hawks. Defended by Kelly, kept in by Martin. Gonna have a penalty here on Martin. So the Force will go to another penalty kill. Penalty killers are going to be Warner, Hagen, McDonald, Zaremba. Face off one back, picked up by Warner. Warner upended. Hawks with the puck, shot from deep, saved up high by Hosier. Hawks gathered up, cycle it back around. Ooh, poke check there by McDonald. Pass goes off the skates of Zaremba. Hawks feed it down low. Shot up high over the net, rink wide. Back down deep for Hagen. Hagen reverses. Warner's going to pick that off the boards. Taken away by the Hawks. Now Zaremba up high for the Hawks. Wrap here, knocked away by Zaremba, fed over the corner. McDonald. McDonald tries to get it out, kept in by the Hawks. Shot from deep. Kicked around. Hagen tries to clear it. It does clear. On the horse there is McDonald as he's racing for the puck. Fed out by the Hawks. Back the other way. Hagen's going to pick it up. Hagen's got a lot of room on the right side of that rink. As he goes around 1-2 defenders through 3. Hagen bumped off the puck. Back on defense here is going to be Warner. Back checking is McDonald. Centering feed, nobody home. Warner to race after it. Blocks that centering attempt. Feeds it up, out, down the rink. Oh, another changers, Bodorf. Out of the box. Almost had an attempt there off the bench. The game is getting chippy. 6:16 left here in the second. They're going to call a penalty on Bodorf there. And another penalty on a Hawks player, so we're going to be 5-on-5 hockey. Blackburn, Cumberland on defense. Potts, Fraze, Westhoff on the ice for the Force. Drop into the skates of Westhoff. There to pick it up is Fraze. Fraze feeds it towards the net. Knocked aside by Flanagan. Roped up, Cal hops the stick of Cumberland. Now into the stick of Fraze. Pinched off on the boards there is going to be Murphy. Westhoff in to get it. Now onto the stick of Potts. Potts enters the offensive zone. Over to Murphy. Murphy keeps possession of it. He's upended down low. We got another penalty here on the Hawks. Frustration starting to mount. 5:44 left in the second. Power play for the Force. It's going to be Fraze, Llewellyn, Kelly, Blackburn, and Cumberland on defensive end. Face off, one over by the Force. Oh, that's Potts out there, not Llewellyn. Sent up, kept in by Potts. Potts sends it in deep. Knocked to the side there by Flanagan. Through center ice, can't connect on that pass. Going to squirt to the side. Cumberland's going to be the first one there for the Force. C feeds it ahead to Potts. Doesn't connect. Back in the neutral zone for the Hawks. Taken away by Fraze. Murphy keeps it. Fraze knock it out. Kelly, Westhoff there for the Force. Blackburn backhands it to Westhoff. Westhoff over to Fraze. Murphy through center ice makes one miss. Enters the offensive zone is Fraze. Murphy tries to get a shot. Can't get anything on it. Goes left of the net. Go out to Cumberland as he feeds it down low for Potts. Into his skates, can't handle it. Stick lifted by Fraze. Here come the Hawks the other way, 2-on-2. Back is Cumberland and Blackburn. We got an offsides call.
I'd call that one.
4:42 left in the second, 2-1 Hawks. Taking the face-off is Llewellyn, and we have Legault and Kelly as our attackers with Hagen and Warner back on defense. Face-off won there by Llewellyn. Fed back to Warner. Warner cross ice to Hagen. He can't handle that pass in his skates. Feeds it ahead, not out there. Taken away by Llewellyn. He feeds it up to Legault. Through center ice is Legault. He's got Kelly to his right. Feeds it across, covered up by Flanagan. Seconds left on the Hawks penalty. 4:18 left. Face-off won by the Hawks. Llewellyn's going to be there to knock it away for the Force. As the Hawks back to full strength. Onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen ropes it in. I believe that's going to be an offsides call. 4:02 left in the second. Force down one. Face off one back to Hagen. He dumps it in deep. Legault and McDonald going to be there for the Force. It's going to come around to Warner as he attempts to keep it in and does. Now it comes out to center ice. Warner feeds it over to Hagen, hops his stick. Hagen to gather it. Tries to send it ahead. Blocked attempt by the Hawks. Offsides. McDonald onto the faceoff dot. Sent out by Zaremba. Now McDonald. After it, Hawks gather it. Send it to the sideboards. Zaremba there for defense. Now Hagan slaps at it. We got 2-on-1 against Warner the other way. Fanned on shot by the Hawks. Picked up by Hagan. Now we got Hagan. He's got 2 to beat. Harry makes 1 miss. He falls down. Shot. Gloved there by Flanagan as he sends it around behind his own net. Picked up by the Hawks. Hawks back the other way with Warner and Hagan back on defense. Round Warner, shot, kick to the side by Hosier. Wrapping attempt, can't happen. Hagan takes it away. 2:45 left here in the second. Sent down low by the Hawks. Hawks center it, hot through the crease. Taken away by Zaremba. Zaremba with it now. As the Force go for a change. Onto the ice is going to be Westhoff. Hawks enter the zone, dump it in deep. Zaremba will be there for the Force. Defense by McDonald. Puck squirts to the side. McDonald's going to be the first one there to pick it up. He gets taken down. No call. Out to Warner as he feeds it to the center. Tries to connect with Westhoff. Misses his stick. Goes back to the Hawks. Going for a change is McDonald. Hagan picks it up. Through center ice. Hagan. He gets taken down. Lot being let go here. 1:45 left. Warner with it now. Sends it cross ice to Martin. He feeds it up to Potts. Potts dumps it in deep. Squirts out to Warner. Warner takes a slapper. Deflected there by Bodorf, but still went right of the net. Hawks to gather it up. Potts will be the first one there for the Force. He stops that pass attempt forward. Sends it towards. Good stick lift by Westhoff. Great defense by the Hawks to knock that away. Hawks through center ice. Martin, Warner back on defense. Shot. Goes high and right of the net. Comes all the way around. Kept in by the Hawks. Sent back down low. We got less than a minute to play. Onto the stick of Bodorf. Bodorf feeds it ahead. Comes out. Llewellyn's going to pick it up. Mason feeds it across the Potts. Potts, he gets taken down. We got a penalty here on the Hawks. 39 seconds left to play. The Force are going to go to a power play. Force got a chance here to tie it up with a power play. We'll see what they can do with it. Fraze with a face-off win. Back to Kelly. Cross Llewellyn. Llewellyn feeds it ahead. Hawks with some defense there. Kept in by Cumberland. Cumberland feeds it up onto the stick of Fraze. Murphy with the shot from deep. It's deflected in front by a Hawks defender. Defended well there by Llewellyn. 20 seconds remain. Knocked off the stick. On to the stick of Llewellyn. Can't handle it. He's stick lifted. Hawks the other way with Blackburn and Cumberland on defense. We got 10 seconds remaining here. Shot into the net. Hawks score a shorthanded goal with 5.8 seconds left. Face off one ahead by Fraze. On to the stick of Llewellyn. He's got 2 seconds. One. Shot. Save. Flanagan to end the period. Hawks are down 2. 51 seconds remain on the Hawks penalty. To start off the third, we got Fraze, Llewellyn, Kelly, Hagan, Warner. One back by the Hawks. Over on defense, there's Hagan. He takes the puck away. Hagan with some speed. If he can keep it on his stick, this is going to be dangerous. He got Llewellyn. He's got a couple force players there. Kelly with it. Can't get anything on that shot. Taken away by the Hawks. Llewellyn. Hagan to keep it in. Fed back down low by Mason. Nine seconds left on the Hawks penalty. Keeping it in there is Hagan, sends it down low to Llewellyn. He's got Kelly there in the crease. Tries to feed it across. Kelly tries to pick it up. Cleared out by the Hawks. Out of the box comes the Hawks. Defended there by Hagan. Hagan takes the puck away. Hagan can't handle it through some traffic. Cleared out by the Hawks. On to the stick of Kelly. She gives it to Fraze. Murphy loses it. Hawks gather up. Kelly there for some defense. Warner is going to have it out deep. Takes a slap shot. It's blocked in front by the Hawks. They send it down the ice. It's not going to have enough for icing. Picked up by Hagan. Hagan through a couple defenders. Here comes Harry. Wraps around, shot attempt, saved by Flanagan.
The outside so much you can't get an angle to shoot.
McDonald to take the face off. We got Legault, Zaremba, Cumberland, and Blackburn out there for the force. Tried to feed that head, blocked by McDonald. He chips it around him on the boards down low, centering feed, nobody home. Hawks gather it up. Hawks through center ice with Cumberland and Blackburn back on defense. Back check there by McDonald. Bumped off the puck as the Hawks player fed around behind the net. We got Cumberland on the ice, picked up by the Hawks. They come in, feed it over, it bounces just off the post. And it goes in off the pad of Hosier. .38 left here in the third. Force now down 3. They got some work to do. Centering feed, shot into the pads of Hosier. .23 left. Bodorf to take the face-off. One over by Bodorf. Hawks maintain possession here as they keep it in. Shot from deep. Kick to the west side by Hosier. Gathered up by the Hawks. They center it right on the doorstep. Cleared out. Stick save. Hosier Chatelain reaching across, laying the stick down to keep that one out of the net. As they had an open chance there at an easy goal, couldn't get it off the ice. 10-10 left here in the third. Face off one back by the Force. Played with a high stick. Modorf to take the face off. Hawks knocking ahead. Trying to keep it in there was Martin. Westoff gets back in position with Warner on defense. Cross can't feed the crease as Warner's upended. Or that's not Warner, that's Martin. Shot saved by Hosier, 9:46 left. Taking the face off is going to be Fraze. More full strength hockey here, 5-on-5. Llewellyn's going to come away with it. Jumped in by the Hawks, taken by Hagen. Hagen gaining some speed. Hagen tries a shot, save Flanagan. Face off one there by Fraze. He centers it up. Nobody home. Llewellyn to gather it. Has that knocked off his stick as it comes around the boards. Kelly going to be the first one there for the Force. Picked off by Fraze. Couldn't keep it in. Hagen to Wine. Makes a move. Taken away by the Hawks for a moment. Back on the stick of Hagen. Hagen's got Llewellyn to his left. Tries a wraparound attempt. And it goes in. We got a good goal. Harrison Hagen bring the Force back within two. Murphy to take the face off. Won by the Hawks. Defended there by Cumberland. Shot towards the net. Couldn't connect. Fraze to take it off the Hawks player's stick. Tries to feed it ahead. Does. Connects with Kelly. Kelly has it swiped away. Onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen enters onto the stick of Kelly. Kelly backhands it. Llewellyn attempted to make a shot there, couldn't get anything on it. Upended his Fraze, out to Cumberland. Cumberland fires it from deep into the skates of Llewellyn, onto the stick of Kelly. Kelly backhands it to Llewellyn, off to Fraze. Fraze with a shot blocked in front. Hawks back the other way, 8:06 left here in the third. Cumberland to take it away, now to Llewellyn. Some sustained pressure here by the Force. Kelly's going to go for a change. Zaremba's on the ice for the Force. Comes out center ice for Hagen. Hagen reverses, makes one miss. He's going to enter. Hagen with another wraparound attempt. Save there by Flanagan. A lot of time left here, 7:40. Defensive change, Warner and Blackburn on for the Force. We got Legault, McDonald, and Zaremba. Face off Goes back behind the net. Upended there is going to be McDonald. We got a penalty here. It's going to be on the Hawks. Forced to go to a power play. Staying out on the ice on defense is going to be Warner and Blackburn. New attackers for the Force is going to be Bodorf, Westhoff, and McDonald. Taking the face-off here is going to be McDonald as Bodorf moves over to the right wing. Face-off one over to Bodorf. Bodorf wraps, shoots, kick to the side by Flanagan. Good defense there by Bodorf as he gains possession of the puck. Makes one, makes two miss. Bodorf towards the net, can't handle the pass back. Blackburn onto his stick as he feeds it over to McDonald. McDonald with a backhand shovel towards the net, knocked to the side by the Hawks. Hawks try to feed it up and out. Slap shot attempt by Warner, can't get anything on it. Squirts out to center ice. Blackburn to try to knock it ahead. He loses it, and we got an offsides. 7 minutes left here in the third. Force down 2. Penalty on the Hawks with 58 seconds remaining for the power play for the Force. Bodorf now to take the face-off. One back by the Hawks. Back to Blackburn. Blackburn feeds it over to Potts. Potts enters it. Shoots it towards the net. Goes wide right. Pass there defended by Westhoff. Shot! Off the goalie, up over the net by Bodorf. Potts gathers it. Centers it. It's on the doorstep, covered up by Flanagan. Oh, it squirts out. Bodorf take the face-off, 6:35 remaining. Bodorf backhands it, has it taken away by Hawks. Back on defense is going to be Blackburn and Warner. We got 2-on-2 the other way. Warner feeds him to the corner, tries a stick lift. Centering feed right to the Hawks. Shot, kick to the side by Hosier. We got a player down behind, and it's going to be a Hawks player. We got Bodorf. Makes one move, shot. Oh, that was in! That was in! On to the stick of Blackburn. No goal on that as it went in and out in the top corner for Bodorf. That's the second one of the weekend. Blackburn towards the net. Tries to reverse. He's upended. No call there. Fed back down low by Westhoff. Potts. Out to center ice. Blackburn's going to feed it across to Warner. Warner picks it up. We got 5:33 remaining. Warner feeds it in. He's upended. There, we got another penalty on the Hawks. .28 remaining. Power play for the Force is going to consist of Fraze, Llewellyn, Kelly with Martin and Cumberland on defense. Face-off taken away there by the Hawks. Knocked off the stick there was Cumberland with some good defense. Hawks the other way. Shot towards the net, covered up by Hosier. Face-off gathered up there by Fraze. He hasn't knocked off his stick. Hawks back the other way. Hagen's going to pick it up. 5:08 left. He feeds it across to Warner. On to Warner's stick. Warner into the neutral zone. Backhands it in. Hawks take it away. Feed it to center ice. Warner pokes at it. Knocked off for a second as the Hawks gather it up. Bring it in the offensive zone. Pass is deflected there by Warner's skate. Warner goes down. Onto the stick of Hagen. Hagen and Kelly. Hagen gaining some speed. Has it poked away. Great defense by the Hawks. Centering feed. Bounced off the side of the net. Kelly's going to gather it. Got 36 seconds left. Centering feed. Hawks pick it off. Knocked away by Hagen for a moment. Picked up by Fraze. Murphy puts it through his legs. Pass one. Tries to feed it onto the stick of Kelly. Kelly to Hagen. It's taken away. 19 seconds left on the power play. Warner. Shot. Goal by the Hawks with 4 minutes, 9 seconds remaining. Short-handed goal by Palm Beach. Face-off one ahead as McDonald's taking off his skates. We're going to have a penalty here on the Hawks. Interference call. Force will go to a 5-on-3 here with 7 seconds remaining on the initial penalty on the Hawks. Zaremba, Legault, McDonald, Hagen, Warner out for the Force. One back by Legault. He takes a shot towards the net. Doesn't make it through. Goes way right of the net. Kept in by Warner. Warner chips ahead. Zaremba backhands it. Hawks pick it up. McDonald there on defense. Now Legault. Out of the box. We got a 5-on-4. Hagen enters. Takes a shot. Save Hagen or Flanagan. Covers it up. 3:38 left. 1:04 on the power play. Taking the face off, it's going to be Max McDonald. Out to Legault. He can't load up that shot. Taken away by the Hawks. Kept in by Hagen. He shovels it in deep. Behind the net of the Hawks. Feed it out. Kept in by Hagen. Makes a couple miss here. Hagen with a shot. Goes wide right of the net. Out to get it's going to be McDonald. McDonald reverses. Keeps it on the boards. Flips it up to himself. Knocked out. Down the ice. Icing. 22 seconds left on the power play. 2:55 left here in the third. Force down 3. To take the face off. We got empty net. They put Hagen on as the extra attacker. Potts
with it down low. Battle ensues onto the stick of Adorf. Now to Westhoff. Westhoff with it. Fires one towards the net. Covered up. Oh, it's not covered up! It was not covered up! Puck wasn't covered up. Was a goal there by the Force. Ref in bad position, didn't see that one. We got 5 seconds left on the power play. Out of the box come the Hawks. Westhoff feeds ahead to Potts. Into the zone, 2:26 left. Still an empty net for the Force as they got 6 skaters on the ice. Hawks getting space, knocked away by Hagen. Hagen backhands it up. Shot, empty net goal by the Hawks. (6-2), 2:12 remaining. Face off one ahead by Fraze. Fraze makes a move. Shot. Kick to the side by Flanagan. Another shot off the side of the net. Picked back up by Fraze behind. He tries to feed it. Can't keep on his skates. Hawks knock it away. It's going to squirt out to Blackburn. Blackburn takes a slap shot at it. Kick off the skates of the Hawks. 1:54 remaining. Fed into center ice. Here come the Hawks. Good poke check there by Kelly. Fed ahead, up to Kelly. Kelly has it taken away onto the stick of Llewellyn. Into the skates of Kelly. Onto the stick of Fraze. Kelly with it laying on the doorstep. Doesn't get a hold of it. 1:25 remaining. Cross ice. Picked up by Martin as he feeds it ahead to Fraze. Fraze and Llewellyn. Enter the offensive zone. Murphy feeds it back to Llewellyn. Can't get anything on it. Kick to the side by the Hawks. Good defense going on there by Palm Beach. Blackburn and Martin back on defense. Blackburn sent him to the corner. Shot. Trickles lightly towards the net. Covered up by Hosier. 56 seconds remaining. Face off one by the Force. McDonald. It's tripped up. No call. Face off, picked up by Cumberland. Cumberland. Zaremba feeds it up. Warner's going to be there to get it. Hawks with a breakaway. Knocked to the side by Hosier as the puck shot there goes straight through the crease. Hawks gathered up. Feed it in. Deflected away by the Force. Kept in by the Hawks. Now on a breakaway is going to be McDonald. McDonald's taken down. 2 seconds. And the game's going to end. Force going to lose this one 6-2 against Palm Beach. That could have been a preview of the championship game if the Force can pull off a win this afternoon. see you back for the afternoon game.